For sports, it helps to have the fastest swing speed of your fist, hand, feet, club, bat, and racket in order to beat your opponent. The faster the implements move at hitting time, the harder the impact to send the ball flying faster and farther. For throwing, the speed of the swing at release of the ball sends the ball flying faster and farther. For contact sports, the speed at the crash hits the body harder. For running, the speed of the feet keep you from falling by exchanging the feet faster when running faster. The contact point part or end point is what needs to reach the fastest speed. You need to start with the contact part or end point at the farthest distance away from the impact point for hitting and release point for throwing. The reason for the greater distance is that a long swing can reach a faster speed than a short swing. The longer the most power is applied, the more speed up develops. To apply the most power at the earliest point in the forward swing requires you to start a forward power to stop your backswing as hard as you can. That way the swing gets the earliest and hardest contractions of the proactive muscles to start the implement moving the fastest. You need to feel as much resistance at the end point as you can for the entire swing through impact or release. The resistance you feel is not coming from the atmosphere. The resistance is from inertia. A body at rest wants to stay at rest and needs power to keep it moving. The most power applied from the start builds up the most speed. The force comes from the muscles to turn the body, leading from the twist at the ground to the end of the implement. The force is added to the swing of the twist by gravity when you fall forward while twisting towards the target. If you fall backward, gravity pulls the power away from the target. Releasing most of the muscles in your body is an important feature in improving swing speed and to keep you healthy. The muscles that move you for one direction need to be freed from muscles that are trying to move you in the opposite direction. I have ways to allow you to do that. First, you need to know how muscles move you efficiently. You need to press between two endpoints across a joint. One end needs to be immovable from the target, while the opposite is moving towards the target. You can add swing speed by moving both end points across a joint towards the target. The rotation and falling needs to be flattened out just before impact or release and headed on a straight line at the target until slightly past the hit or release. That is the important follow-through and not the rotation for the rest of the swing when the power is turned off. were totally missed, like the ball was over here, and good hitters were hitting like this here. They were coming like that. That's because they didn't bring it down first to the level and stay on the line with it. Okay? So if you practice that, if you practice shorter backswings, and then come down to the level a little bit below the ball and hit the ball dead center, but at an angle this way over here. Okay? Okay, now I deliberately don't watch you and tell you how to practice. Once I give you the information, if you don't get it this year and you get it next year, as long as you know it, that's all that really counts. If you hit enough times that way, it gets to be easier and easier to time all these things and to get good timing. See, everything has to happen at the right time. Here, I'll show you something. Here, come here. Hey, no, take a swing at my head. I want to show you something.
Your head?
Yeah. It won't hurt. Go ahead.
Well, like
yeah,
that?
Yeah, go ahead. Okay, now, what happens is that I was able to do that in boxing very easily because I know that the second part of the swing is very fast. And determining how fast that swing is going to come, I decide that by about this time over here, I better get out of the way. And by that time, it's coming so fast that he can't change direction anymore. In a thousandth of a second, it's over there already. See? So I've got that timing down really good. But it's not easy to do. There aren't many people that could say, take a swing at my head. And feel confident that they're going to see it and get it out of the way. Okay, but the thing is that timing could be done, even though it's hard to get the timing when you're coming back here to get the level of the ball right, and then the second part follow through. It's very hard to do, but as you keep doing it, that's why I like you to hit often, because if you do it one time, it's not any kind of practice at all. You have to do it like thousands of times before you really get good at it. So, and also, exercise is very important. When you do a lot of swings, you'll feel that your muscles are tight. Your chest muscles may be tight from pulling your arm over this way. You feel some tension, and you feel some tension in your legs, especially when you run and stop. The pressure against your muscles are really, and especially when you're coming down and bending for a ball, it's a lot of pressure on your muscles. And what happens is that you feel tension build up. Now that tension is what makes you stronger, because when you're pumping up and blocking off oxygen, your body builds itself. It builds bigger channels to be able to get more oxygen. So you have to give your body the problems. And giving your body the problems doesn't mean that you're tired. I ran 12 miles today, and I could run another 12 right now. It's not a problem, see? So, that's another thing, you know. If you want endurance, you have to do something, a continuous exercise for at least 20 minutes. Because what happens is that things don't stretch unless they're held under pressure for a long period of time. So if you're running a continuous movement with the same muscles constantly, eventually